Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the SHF Carnage from Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Now, those of you that want a very comic accurate Carnage, that is not going to happen. Bandai kind of dropped the ball in one place for me, and that's going to be where the red and black is on the face. Personally, does it bother me? No, especially because he's gone through a bunch of different looks where he didn't have the black be quite prominent. But for such a big and large figure, it's one of those things where I would have expected it to be done a little better. But I digress. Is the figure still great? Absolutely. But it may be one of those things where it's a bummer for you and you're going to have to paint it yourself. I can't paint to save my goddamn life, so that's not an option for me. But let's talk about the figure and not about my painting skills. This Carnage is one of those things where the price point, it's very wary for some people. No one wants to drop, $130 on a figure. No matter what it is. Nobody wants to do that. But you're already hesitant if you don't know what you're getting or if you feel like out of place of it. But if you did get the Venom, you kind of know what you're getting into. And I gotta say, I'm not disappointed. I'm only disappointed in the paint job, but not the figure itself. It's really solid. It's really big. And technically it works for where we are right now with Comics Carnage. So it's one of those things where if you wanted to be a placeholder, you don't care for the legend, you just want to try one out. On the expensive side, this may be a good place because there was also that 1/9 scale one. So this one here, for me, I'm gonna have to bend him to put him in place. This is a big boy. He stands very tall. I don't know his exact height, but it's definitely around 9 inches at least. But man, this guy can move. We have butterfly joints. We have bicep swivel. We have rotating parts. There is a lot here to talk about with your main man Carnage. It's one of those things where it's like, it's a safe space to talk about it. It's a joke. But yeah, look, we have beautiful head articulation with our neck. We are in a place where it can look up really, really well. We can look down because he's going to be looking down on most people. But yeah, if we're talking about placement, now, I will say this though, and this is really tricky. He's going to pop out with the leg because of we have a protector here. And it's in place to keep you, from breaking it. But if you want to get that up very easily, you're going to have to make sure you use, and this is going to sound funny, as always, use your butt cheek articulation. You do have butt cheek articulation. Those protectors there are in place to make sure that you can move around very easily. And I know this is more of my one unconventional reviews, but I want to show off, like, even as a bigger toy, like, Carnage can definitely, like, move. Like, we do have thigh swivel as well. And as you can see here, our boy moves. We have a crouching position. We can look down. We can look up. We have our butterfly joint to help us circumnavigate. As you can see, we can pull our arm down. So movement wise, we're in a really good spot. But let's say you wanted to get that classic web swinging kind of vibe, you can still get that with this. Like, look at that. Because he's a big boy, it's going to look crazy in your hand, but this guy definitely has the moves. Like I said, this is one of my more unconventional reviews, but I'm really trying to showcase like how big and how cool this guy is. Because when I get to the size comparison, I think you're going to realize just how crazy this seems. Now, one of the things I want to talk about there, I wish that we had a replacement back part, because it's almost going to feel like you're going to want the tendrils in all the time. I'm not sure if you can actually take these out. They seem like they are pieces that were glued in as part of the mold of it, but it makes me want to have the tendrils in at all times, right? We have a beautiful torso. Look at me, I'm popping everything out. But yeah, we have a beautiful torso. And something fell in my background, so I'm assuming my cat did that. And he's just not saying anything. But yeah. This thing is an overwhelming force. Like, it's taking me a lot of space to even come around with my hands just to do it. So I'm going to move up just a little bit more. But yeah, this is one of those things where, again, if you are not like me, where it's like, oh, I want everything Spider-Man, this may not be for you. You may be happy with your Marvel Legends Carnage. But the more I move this around, the more I'm like, shit, I kind of like this a lot. and I kind of wish I would have gotten this sooner, because this is actually really nice. But this is kind of worth the wait. I like it. I like it a lot. Damn, I didn't even really go over articulation. I'm sitting here just goofing off, having fun with it. So, with that being said, though, and I mentioned the tendrils, let's talk about our accessories. But I think I've moved him around enough so you guys could know, like, what you're getting into, like, just in case you don't know. Right? But we are going to talk about our accessories that kind of complete the look for our boy. So let's do that, right? I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, now because I've broken my whole chain of command with that non-conventional way of going about our articulation, I do want to talk about the tendrils, because they added a definite look that I feel like is going to add to this Carnage. Now, I know we talked about these portholes back here, and I know it seems gappy because you're not supposed to see it from this angle, but I don't mind that kind of stuff. But we do get 4 tendrils. Here's 1 and here's 2. I'm going to hold those with my hands. Then we'll get 2 more tendrils. As you can see, they make a lot of noise. So we have the ones that do a long curvature, and then we have these guys that kind of, rotate over. Now, you can position these however you would like them to. Personally, I believe there's obviously a certain way of doing it, but I don't give a crap. I'm probably going to aim for these to be the lower ones, as I want them to come around to the body. But I'm just going to pop 1 in, because I'm not going to do the full look. But the reason why I'm popping just 1 in, so you can see how it looks and rotates, as you can see here, right? And they do easily come out because I don't want any sort of breakage, and I prefer it that way. And as you can see here, there is another joint to allow it to move. Oh, come on, focus. Don't play with me like this. There we go. As you can see here, there is movement here and another ball joint. That's pretty much well done and well hidden. And the reason why I say I want it this way is because there are actually attachment points that I like on this. And I like that it adds flavor to it. Because let's say you have this guy here. There are several attachment points, one being a scythe here. You can attach that on to the end if you want. So you'll say you want a scythe. There's your scythe. Easily pop out. You want spikes? Give me the spikes. You got spikes. Right? You want the sharp malice spike, like a club? We also have that there. And again, I love Carnage for that because it stays true to the character of hacking and slashing, close to what the serial killer likes to do. Then we have our mini sword one. This is probably the longest of the ones that attach towards the end of these joints. So you have those. And then you'll also get hand scythes, which is important because let's say you attach all 4 and make all 4. You'll also get 2 hand scythes, which is really cool, which attach to the hands. What's also really cool is, and this is what's awesome, the hands take the same joints as the ones there. So if you wanted to go with the idea of using hands, like grabby hands, and for those of you that are playing Legend of Zelda, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. If you wanted to make tendril hands, you could totally do it because the hands are doing it. Which reminds me, let us talk about our extra set of hands here that you'll see. These are super extra open arm hands. I don't know why I said arm. These are extra open hands. These are much wider than our conventional hands that you see here. Those are simple slice and dicers. These are your open slice and dicers. Other than that, you'll also get some closed fist. So just in case you wanted to punch Venom in the face, you can still achieve that. It's very important when you want to punch your daddy in the face. That was comic humor. I don't know if you got that. Last but not least, we will also get an alternative head sculpt. This one is much closer to that of our comics counterpart. But again, this is a movie figure. But as you can see here, this one is actually much closer. It is still not dark enough for some people. I think it'll work well in photos. As you can see, it's working pretty much well here on camera. But it's not for everyone. This open mouth is really dope. I don't know if you can remove the tongue. I tried just tugging at it. It doesn't release. I would have liked just a cool open mouth one. But the tongue out is actually pretty cool. With that being said, though, now we're going to jump into the size comparison. I'm going to go try to find my Marvel Legends Carnage, as well as my Marvel Legends Venom. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, now we're on to the size comparison, and we can see how the big boy stands up next to other figures. I think I want to throw, if you are watching this out of whatever order that I upload in, I showed it off in the Mafex Scarlet Spider, so I feel like it's only right to toss him back in there so you can see exactly what I was talking about, just how big this guy is. It's crazy, and I love every moment of it. Just how ridiculous he's gotten, and it looks really good against all odds kind of shots, or final stand shots. It's fantastic. But now, if we want to compare to our Marvel Legends Carnage, here we are with our 2-pack Carnage, right? Let's see if our boy can stand. There we go. And then we're gonna do my Army Builder Carnage, that I call the Null Carnage. I really do love this one. As you can see here, I don't know why it went out of focus. That's really weird. There we go. I don't know what's going on. But yes, here we are with our 2 Carnages. This guy's actually a little bigger. Even without this, he would still be just a tad bit bigger. But as you can see here, Carnage-wise, this is really, really good to see. He is a big menace, a literal menace. He's gigantic. If these figures are 6 inches, this is definitely on the more taller standpoint. Like I say, he's about 9 to 10 inches. It's very close. But I'm going to say 9 inches to be safe. And as we remove these two, we're going to get to the part where we compare to his father. And I've got a couple of Venoms to compare to. Here is our Marvel Legends comic Venom. As you can see, he is a small guy compared to our SHF Carnage. Here we are with the Marvel Legends movie Carnage, which can be your stand-in if you did not buy the SHF one. And as you can see here, Carnage is still small as well. I mean, sorry, not Carnage. Venom, movie Venom, is still small as well. So, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy ever so over so we can look next to our SHF one. And as you can see here, let's actually fix his foot. I don't know why my figures always do that with the ankle. And as you can see here, these guys stand about the same height, and they're still tiny compared to the SHF Carnage. So yeah, there you have that so far with those guys. Last but not least, as far as the related family sort of some comparisons, here we are with Null, which I think this is actually pretty cool too. When you compare Null, he's actually bigger than Null as well. So now we're going to compare with some other guys. We had a Spider-Man. We had some other guys. Here we are with G.I. Joe Classified Torpedo. Here we are with SHF Final Battle Integrated Suit. So you can see just how tiny he is compared to it. Here we are with a Lightning Collection Dino Black. Here we are with an Valaverse Covert Ops Condor. Right? Doo-doo-doo-doo. As you can see here, we definitely have this guy as the tall man contender, right? Let's remove the rest of these guys. And if we want to throw in some fun, here we are with Mezco Ichigo. This would be a fun fight, actually. Maybe I should make these guys fight in a photo. Mezco Ichigo versus Carnage. I don't think Ichigo stands a chance, even being a blind agent. And then here we have with a Cosmic Legion's Spacian prison guard. I can see Carnage stands above all right now. I think the only thing we would do that would probably be bigger are Frost Giants, Ogres, and much larger oversized figures. So yeah, there you have it. If you want a bonus, here is an SHF other than Spider-Man. Here is Kamen Rider O's. Even as he stands in front of him, he only reaches the waist. So yeah. Overall, thoroughly enjoying the Carnage. Hopefully I can do some really cool photos of him literally tearing through a bunch of people, Venom included, which is always fun. And hopefully you guys will enjoy. Again, I know I'm late to the party with Carnage for those of you who got the Japanese release, but I waited out. There's a lot of stuff releasing right now, and I'm doing my best to just barely keep up, especially as June and July, I'm home 2 or 3 days out of the week max due to work. So yeah, overall, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my content even when it's late. Thank you for standing by and enjoying, keeping the joy in your heart, and being good. So as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later. Just toss some bonus Carnages in here, because here is the Revoltech, here is the Mafex, as we know we reviewed the SHF, here is Toxin. So I figured I'd throw these guys in because I didn't have them out originally, mostly because I forgot, and that's on me. It took a lot of time to find my Revoltech Carnage. He was just sitting at the bottom of the bin. But yeah, bonus Carnage, bonus Toxin, who is the offspring of actual Carnage, which is pretty cool. Man, there's a lot of comics history to cover, and hopefully we can talk more about it one day when I do an ASMR of reading comics, whatever. But again, enjoy, guys. Talk to you later.